Shalom, all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHA, YAHAWASHI, BAHA, Rakah Kwadash, double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, peace and safety to the elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all right? This video is going to be based off this article, all right, I have here on the screen from blacklistednews.com. It's titled, What Do They Know? High-level government officials reportedly flocking to Doomsday camps, all right? Now you have, basically Doomsday, pretty much, if you don't know, Doomsday is basically when shit hits the fan, so to speak. All right, when when the economy collapses, there's anarchy in the streets, and basically people are just going buck wild, man. And then ultimately that's going to lead to so-called America's ultimate destruction, which is going to come by thermonuclear fire. All right, and you have these so-called white people, and you got some jakes too that are kind of hip to that, and now they're prepping, so to speak, and they have these camps where you can go as a place of refuge, whether they have certain shelter and resources, things in that nature. But I'm gonna get a few scriptures basically going into how that's not going to protect you, man. All right, why? Because the judgment of the Lord is already set, man. It's already locked and set in place for whoever is meant to get it, man. All right, whether you were Israelite, whether you were a so-called white man, white woman, Edomite, or whatever nation you from, man. All right, it's not going to be no doomsday camp that's going to sustain you and protect you from the judgment of the Lord, man. All right, from the elites, okay, your top international bankers with their bunkers, all right, and all that, all the way down to your peon devil, man. All right, whether he got guns stored up in his house, or he got food stored up, that ain't going to help you, man. All right, so I'm just gonna read an excerpt from this article, and I'm gonna get the few scriptures I got on deck. All right, it says I'm gonna start here. It says, a rather unsettling report out of Washington, D.C. this month shows that high-level government officials and national security officers are flocking to a network of doomsday camps. Exactly why they are doing so is unclear. However, it raises the question, what do they know that we don't? Yeah, these high-level officials in the government, they know what's going on, man. They waking up to what's happening. They got internet just like everybody else, man. All right, and they see the different information going out. You got these so-called secrets and things of that nature being exposed. All right, and it's coming out, man. So people are getting ready. All right. It says what? It says reading on. It says, as the Washington Examiner reports, a building network of backwoods doomsday camps around the country are pulling in members from affluent areas. It says and even Washington national security officials, as the threats grow from nuclear war, an EMP or virus attack. And that's pretty much prophecy, man. That's what we speak about. All right, we speak about the prophecies on as far as nuclear war and pestilences, man. All right, so they know. All right, they know these things are coming, man. They know that so-called doomsday clock that they got set up. They know that thing is getting ready to go off, man. All right, and they can't say, especially you Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you can't say that we haven't been warning you, man. All right, we go over these topics every day, man. Various brothers, man. All right, it says what? Nuclear war, which nuclear war is going to be fought primarily with Russia, China, and America. You got various other nations too, North Korea. Okay, and what? EMP or the virus attack, man, the pestilence. Okay, there's been a lot of information coming out on that with Esau and these labs creating some damn virus or pandemic to release on the people, man. All right? The only way you're going to be able to escape from that is if you're part of the elect of the nation of Israel. Other than that, you finished out here, man. All right? Matter of fact, let me get a quick scripture. All right? Let me see. I had this pulled up, but let me see. Yeah, I'll just start here. Amos, the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2. This is actually dealing with the elites. Okay, the elites of Esau are gonna, they have their own little doomsday camp, so to speak. They got the underground shelters, the underground bunkers, and all of that. But even that's now the elites are actually going to make it through the destruction. Surprisingly. But they ain't where to end, man, because they going head first into slavery. All right, this is Amos chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. It says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And all of this is going to be done by the hands of the men of the Lord, man. The Most High, YAHAWASHI, he's going to use his men to search these places out. All right, the Spirit going to guide us to basically target these devils, man, and take them up out of there, put them in slavery. All right, it says, and though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. You see that? So yeah, man. There's no getting away from the Most High's judgment. There's no getting away from your future judgment, man, which is slavery. Now, I'm going to prove that. Let me jump to Psalms. I believe it's 149. Excuse me. Yeah. Now, I'm going to just start up a little bit. I'm going to start at verse 6. This is Psalms 149:6. It says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen. And who's the heathen? The top heathen on the earth is the so-called white man, the Edomites. All right? It says, and punishments upon the people. It says, verse 8, to bond their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. And what's that representation of? Captivity, man, slavery. And it said what? Their kings and their nobles. These are going to be the ones that's actually going to be in those bunkers. And that's actually surprising fact. They're going to escape nuclear destruction. But they got something way worse coming to them than that, man. It's perpetual slavery, man, captivity. All right, for a period of 1,000 years. All right, because they got to serve double, man. All right, so it says what? To bond their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise you the Lord. Right, so the judgment is already written for you elites, man. You so the elites of Esau. Now for you peon devils, all right, you peon devils that are going to these doomsday camps, y'all just gonna be destroyed, man. All right, whether it's the martial law, whether it's the famine, race war, or ultimately that nuclear fire, nuclear destruction, you basically gonna come back in the kingdom as a slave, man. All right, so either way, captivity isn't the judgment of these so-called white people in you nations, man. No doomsday camp or no doomsday refuge or safe house, all right, is going to protect you, man. Okay. Let me go from there. Let me see. I should have wrote these down, but I believe it's Job 26. Yeah, Job 26 and verse 6. It says hell is naked before him. And the hell represents what? Basically slavery, oppression, captivity, all right, a tribulation being brought low. pretty much what the nation of Israel is going through right now, man. All right, there's going to be a role reversal. So hell's going to be naked before it. I mean, it's going to be wide open, man. All right? It's going to be given to you. It's going to be wide open. It says hell is naked before him. And it says, and destruction have no covering. You see that? The destruction that's coming to you, it don't have a covering, man. And you're not going to be able to cover yourself, man. Now, this is speaking about speaking to you peon devils, man. You lower level devils, man. All right, this destruction that's coming, or your judgment that's coming, ain't no way you could hide. You can't run. All right, you can't go to no goddamn doomsday camp and think you're going to sustain yourself through these times that we're going into. All right, you got to face your judgment, man. All right, it says what? Hell is naked before him, and destruction have no covering, man. All right, so there's no covering for the destruction that's coming, man. All right, there's no way you could hide. All right, I don't care what you got. You could stockpile weapons. You could buy all the bullets and ammo you want. That ain't gonna protect you, man. You could store up all the canned goods. All right, you could build little shelters and little huts and forts and all that. All right, the wrath of YAHAWASHI is coming down on you devils, man. All right, so I'm gonna go from there. Matter of fact, let me hit the article again. Let me see if they had anything else. Let me see what they got. They got bear me one moment. I'll just read a little more. I'm going to jump back here. It says, one such camp is called the Fortitude Ranch, which provides all of the amenities of a private doomsday camp, but is more affordable because it is shared. We're seeing members from all three letters agencies, said Fortitude creator Drew Miller, a retired Air Force colonel and intelligence officer, in a reference to the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, in the FBI. All right. It says Miller claims that an attack on the electrical grid inside the United States is inevitable, and the impetus behind the Fortitude Ranch. Yeah, so they know, man, that the grid is going to be shut down, and that's inevitable, man. Why? Because it's prophecy, man. It's prophecy that America is going to be shut down. All right, the electrical grid is going to be shut down, and all of that. I'm going to read on. It says, as the Examiner reports, one of his members from the Baltimore area, speaking on background, said that he and others joined after waking up to the potential of a national crisis from an attack, financial meltdown, or political violence. It says, for most of us, something rattled our cages and woke us up. He said, yeah, so people are waking up to these things, man. And that's why Esau got to come and shut down the internet, man. All right? Because why? A lot of information is being pushed out, primarily, which they won't admit it. All right? But primarily, this information is being pushed out by the prophets of the Most High, man, the prophets of the Lord. Okay? Primarily of Great Millstone. All right, so they know, man. They know that what it says, a crisis attack from a crisis, national crisis, a financial meltdown, or political violence, man. So this is gonna be riots in the streets. It's gonna be anarchy, chaos. All right, there's gonna be class wars, race wars. Okay, martial law, like a video I did, recently on martial law. All right, we always go into that, So these things are coming, man. These things are coming. It's gonna get crazy out here, man. All right, and the only way you're gonna be delivered and saved is not by no goddamn doomsday. First of all, you gotta be an Israelite first and foremost, man. All right, you got to be an Israelite. Then you got to be part of the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3. No Edomites is going to be saved, man. All right, no Edomites, no other nations. All right, no Moabites. All right, no Ammonites, no Ishmaelites. All of you going to be destroyed in America, man. All right, and the ones of you that are posted up in these other countries around the world, if America don't destroy you with their missiles, all right, you're going to be preserved for slavery, man. Okay? Now, I'm going to get scripture just came to mind. This is Isaiah 65. All right, cuz they got these doomsday camps and these doomsday preppers with all this food and resources. You know, a lot of that stuff is going to be preserved for the prophets, man. You know, that's the crazy part. People think they're actually going to use this stuff, which really is being preserved for the men of the Lord, man. All right, we're going to read it. This is Isaiah 65 in 13. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, behold, my servants shall eat." And who are the servants of the Lord, man? The servants of the Lord are who? His men that are out laboring, man. That are out on the highways and byways, pushing his word, that are dropping videos left and right on YouTube. All right, pushing out this word, man, this truth. All right, it says what? My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. And the ye is talking about anybody who's not a servant, man. Anybody outside of that realm, so to speak. All right, so you doomsday preppers and you doomsday camps that don't have a clue, that don't have a real clue what's going on. All right, you're going to get got, man. All right, and that food that you stored up and your resources you have, that's going to be there to sustain the Most High servants, man. It says, all right, I read again. It says, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. It says, behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right, and we're going to rejoice, Lord willing. You know, brothers are a part of that number. But we're going to rejoice. Why? Because we've been praying and waiting patiently and hastening for the time where America is going to fall, man. All right? We've been waiting patiently for this, man. The apostles, longer than us, man. Years, man. Decades, man. All right? We've been waiting for America to fall. So that's why we're going to rejoice, man. All right? It tells you in the book of Job, what? Job, the 5th chapter. It says what? At this matter of fact, I'm gonna get that next. It says what? At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh, man. So when you laughing is synonymous with rejoicing, man. It says what? But ye shall be ashamed. You know why? Because these same people that's doomsday prepping and all of that, they the same people that scoffed against the prophets, man. All right? Scoffed against the prophets, mocked us, called us crazy. We don't know what we're talking about. All right, the Bible is this and that. You know, you guys are bums. You're gonna be ashamed, man. All right, and read on. It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right, yeah, and I've always found myself quoting this verse. This be the spirit, man. Where basically where YAHAWASHI said what? They that laugh now shall later mourn and weep. All right, that goes right with that, man. You know, the same people that are talking shit or talking BS about the men of the Lord, thinking that this is a game. All right, in that day, they're going what? They shall cry for sorrow of heart, man. All right, you're gonna be in a quagmire, man. All right, and you just gotta wait for your judgment. All right, let me get the other scripture in Job that I quoted, and I might close out on this. Okay, I think that's all I wanted from the article. So this is Job 5 and 5 and 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. See, this is what we banking on, man. We banking on YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. We not putting no faith in no goddamn doomsday camp or doomsday prepping, all right, or storing up resources, trying to, we ain't worrying about that, man. We read scriptures like this, and we have faith, and we believe wholeheartedly that the Lord is gonna uphold His word, man. All right, I read that again. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee, man. So that's what we going on, man. We not going on no goddamn doomsday camps and doomsday prepping, man. It says, verse 20, in famine he shall deliver, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war the power of the sword. And that's the times that's coming, famine and war, man. All right, and the Lord said what? He's going to redeem us, going back to the servants that we read in Isaiah 65. He's going to deliver his servants from those coming perils, man. Okay, it says, verse 21. It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Why? The Spirit gonna be on us, where we gonna be brave, man. All right, we're gonna be courageous, confident. All right, it's really gonna be a sense of joy when we see these things happening, man. Why? Because this is what we've been prophesying about, praying about, for these several years, man. Okay. It says what? It says verse 22. It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shall thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, man. Yeah. So we're gonna have a, Lord willing, like I said, always say, Lord willing, we are part of that number. We are part of that elect number. All right, that elect group. It says what? We're gonna laugh, man. All right, we're not gonna be afraid of the beasts of the earth. So yeah, when you laugh, that's a form of having a sense of a feeling of rejoicing, man. All right, like we read back in Isaiah 65. It says, I'm gonna read on. It says, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So right, man. So bottom line is, if we continue in the work, speaking about the various brothers in the different camps, the Most High got us, man. And these other people that are bugging out with these doomsday camps and bugging out and hot, it ain't gonna work. They through, man. All right. Now, whether you a high level government official, like it says in this article, or whether you just the regular Joe Schmo, 6-pack, whatever, either way, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Your future is slavery, and you Israelites that are following suit with the doomsday camps, you're gonna be destroyed too, man, because you don't got the faith, or you ain't got that covering of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. All right. So with that, I'm gonna end the video on that. This is my last scripture. I didn't have anything else I want to go into. So with that, all praises to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Bashem Rakakwadash. All right. Until next time.